Welcome to Talmudic Treasures. Today we're learning Yevamot page 105, which discusses the curse that took place to the children of Eli. It's brought down in the beginning of Shmuel 1. The children of Eli, who was the high priest in the city of Shiloh, where the tabernacle was at the time, before the first temple was built. So those children, Hophni and Pinchas, were not acting properly in accordance to their actions. They took meat which they shouldn't have, and they did other things which were quite questionable. And because of that, they were punished, and they ultimately were killed. But there was also a curse on all of the descendants of Eli, that they would not live long lives. And it says that because they made mistakes with sacrifices, they would not be able to achieve atonement with such sacrifices, which is logical because they misused them. And therefore, it wouldn't be logical that they should be able to achieve atonement with the very same things that they made mistakes with. But because of this, many people, unfortunately, who were descendants, just like defective DNA, a person could have a tragic autoimmune disorder of sorts, and therefore it could cause them to live shorter lives than other people. However, when it came to two great scholars, Rabbi and Abaye, interestingly enough, they were able to track their connection, their family tree, directly to Eli, which means that they were not going to live a long life, which typically meant until 18. However, Rabbi and Abaye understood that if a person would learn Torah and also engage in gemilas chasadim, in kind acts, so you would be able to remove yourself from this terrible decree. And it's logical, because they did not act in accordance to the Torah, and not only were they not kind, they were not givers, but they took things that did not belong to them. They took meat that did not belong to them. So therefore, to counter this mistake, Abaye and Rabba, they would learn Torah, they would live good lives, and they also were kind and giving, so as to sever, so to speak, their connection and relationship to these people. And that's the reason why we find that Rabba lived until he was 40, and Abaye was able to live until the age of 60, which is certainly a lot better than 18. In fact, the Talmud tells us there was a family in Yerushalayim that tragically all the children in their family died at 18. And Rabbi Yochanan and Zakkai said it's probably because you are connected to this family line of Eli. And he said you should engage in Torah study. By learning Torah, again, you'll be able to live longer lives. And in fact, that's what happened. Because they dedicated their lives to being upright citizens and good people that engaged in Torah and performance of good deeds and Maisim Tovim, because of that, they lived such a long life that, in fact, they named their family after Yochanan, Rabbi Yochanan, because he was the one that gave this advice and gave them life, so therefore they decided to name their family after him. So we see from here that even if a person has some predisposition within nature that they are going to have some type of negative future, it's in your hands to be able to change it if only you so desire to, and actually take the actions forward to be able to change your life.